Hey guys, Fo here again at San Diego Comic-Con. It is amazing. So I was actually able to talk to Ob Driver with Dark Horse. He is one rad dude, and the interview is just as amazing as he is, so let's go check it out. I am here at the Dark Horse booth with
Ob Driver, what's happening?
Ob Driver. How is Comic-Con going for you?
Comic-Con is great. Dark Horse is kicking some major ass this year, and it's showing in spades here. And we just got finished with our Sin City signing, and the crowd has gone nuts, and we can finally breathe a sigh of relief as the show is almost over. So there you have it. But it's
Bro,
great.
you're hours from it being over. You have about 24 hours until it's finally.
24 hours. We still got to tear the joint down.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Sunday still is jam-packed with awesome stuff as well. So.
We were talking about Sin City. I am a huge fan of Sin City. I just literally closed Big Fat Kill down for my third time in a row.
Awesome.
I just can't get enough of it. And the movie's coming out. The new movie's coming out. Can you give us a little insight on all that stuff?
Well, new movie, Sin City 2 is happening. It comes out in August. I've seen the trailer in 3D, and it looks incredible.
In 3D.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Like you know, the first one came out, and it was like.
It was great.
It was great. But like, tech has come a long way in 10 years, and this stylized type of film, it looks really, really good. And Frank Miller's art just kind of jumps from the page to the screen really well. And you're not going to have a bad time in Sin City 2.
I am excited. Jessica Alba still looks exactly the same 10 years ago.
Well, she does look the exact same. It's kind of weird.
Enough about Sin City. What is new with Dark Horse? Dark Horse obviously is one of the biggest comic book producers. They just do everything you can think of. What's coming out? What's new? What's hot?
There's a lot of new hot stuff coming out. Let's see, we've got an entire revamped Aliens, Predator, Prometheus, and Aliens vs. Predator line that's happening starting in September. 4 different books that are all going to cross over into each other. They're going to run all the way into next year. So September, October, November, December. Big wrap-up book that's going to be written by Kelly Sue DeConnick. It's going to be awesome. So that's very exciting. We're very stoked about that.
So that's pretty much what's coming.
Well, yeah, that's the big fall event. So if you're reading any comic books, you should be reading that. And the Prometheus, a lot of people are skeptical about Prometheus. They don't really know kind of goes halvesies on that movie. But the comic book, I've read it, and it is fantastic. And it looks amazing, and it kind of answers some questions for the movie and creates some new ones, as you would expect. So that's rad. And also, we've got a new Hellboy in the BPRD series. So if you're familiar with the Hellboy universe, we've got new Hellboy coming, which is awesome. Alex Malev on art, and John Arcudi and Mike Mignola on story. And then, that's the fall. We've got more stuff than you can imagine, but it's been great. And,
I have a question. Okay, so we all know the big hot names. We know, Hellboy, Aliens, Predator. What is an underdog comic from Dark Horse that doesn't really get picked up, but what should people pick up that they don't really notice?
Cool. Great ongoing series we've got out right now is Mind Management by Matt Kindt. Matt Kindt's a very hot artist. He draws in watercolor in this series.
Oh, wow.
It's very beautiful. It's very weird. It's very out there, but it's a great series. The Massive by Brian Wood, big ongoing series. It's still wrapping up this fall. If you haven't been checking it out, that's amazing as well. From there we've got a new series by Paul Tobin called Colder. It's really freaky and weird. I'm sure you'll cut away to the B-roll right now.
A lot of
because it's up on the wall right there and it's freaky. So so we've got that going on, and there's so many different great series that are happening at Dark Horse all the time. We've got new series launching every month. So I mean, and even into next year, we've announced a ton of new projects, including Fight Club 2, which is coming out from Chuck Palahniuk.
No way.
Yep. Chuck Palahniuk's writing. We've got.
First time I'm hearing that.
No, Fight Club 2,
Yes.
10-issue series beginning in May of next year. Chuck Palahniuk is going to be signing with us tomorrow. We've got Mr. Cameron Stewart on art, and then David Mack on covers, which is awesome. So can't go wrong with that.
Yes. And one last question. What is your favorite Dark Horse comic? Or actually in general, what's your favorite series that you go to that's your go-to? There's probably a lot. Just
Now, I mean, you're talking about if I was a kid again, and what my fan favorite was when I was young.
all retrospects.
Retrospects.
Okay, how about this? What do you identify with most that makes you want to read?
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, here's what'll be my like comic book hipster moment. I'll be like, listen, I read the first Deadpool miniseries back in 1993 when I was like 9 years old. 9 years old, and I was ahead of that friggin' curve, dude.
It's before my time.
Fanboys wandering around in spandex costumes. I was doing that back in the day, which is 20 years ago, and that freaks me out when I think about it. So there's Deadpool on the side. I also really like Ghost Rider in the Marvel universe. But if you're talking about, you know, Dark Horse, you know, we've got a lot of great characters. Great book that I read last year and just won the Eisner is The Fifth Beatle. It's about the Brian Epstein and the Fifth Beatle. He's the first manager of the Beatles.
Yeah, totally.
We just took home the Eisner for that. Vivek Tiwari wrote the book. Andrew Robinson did the art.
And this is a book.
Yeah, it's a graphic novel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Totally. I'm
incredible piece of literature if you get your chance to pick it up. So, yeah.
Well, you heard it from the horse's mouth itself. No pun intended. Thank you so much.
Hey, pleasure.
Pleasure. And guys, come out, check out Dark Horse.